Yo, what is up everyone? James Baek here, and what is going on? I am finally back with another episode of VGC 17 Back Battle. So, it's been a busy week for me. I've had a lot on my plate. So, I'm going to be discussing a bit for the intro. So, basically, haven't been uploading for the past few days. I had the mid-season showdown, which took up most of my time on the weekend. And was also streaming the Sao Paulo challenge, I believe that's how you pronounce it, on Twitch, because no one was streaming it and I thought it needed a stream, so decided to hit up some of my boys and we did a stream for it. We commentated some matches up to like, I don't know, I think it was like top 16 we got up to. We're gonna go against map with a 1500 rating. We are using a new team today featuring some interesting combination picks. We got Torkoal, Lilligant, Weavile, Tapu Bulu, Gyarados, and Xurkitree. So, my team is looking, I don't know. I tried some practice games, I went negative on the ladder and reset my rating. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Because I really think this team, I don't know if it's good or not, to be honest. Okay, so, I like Sun, because Sun kind of destroys my opponent. It doesn't have a terrain setter, which is kind of interesting. The problem is Ninetales. Ninetales is going to be a bit of an annoying issue. I kind of like Weavile plus Gyarados. I think it's pretty solid against my opponent's team. I think Torkoal Lilligant in the back, because I do expect Ninetales to lead, or it might not lead, try to reset my terrain, because my opponent's team is really weak to Ninetales. So, going to lead with the Gyarados, because I think my opponent's going to lead Arcanine. They usually do that against the Sun mode. But yeah, I've played at the mid-season showdown. I've had a lot of quizzes in school, so I had to actually, like, you know, prepare for them. And then, also there's a Pokken tournament that I'm going to this weekend in Hitbox Arena, New Jersey. It's going to be Hidden Boss 5, and I really can't wait to play, because I haven't been to a Pokken event since Apex last year, which was like June something. So, it's been almost a year, and I really want to showcase what I can do. So, we're going to see the Arcanine and Garchomp lead, and that's pretty much the most perfect lead I could actually ask for. The Weavile is threatening the Garchomp, and the Gyarados is threatening both of them. The Arcanine is threatening my Weavile, and maybe my Gyarados if it has Wild Charge, but I think the best play here, no matter what, is to go for Fake Out to Arcanine, and I think I could get a free Dragon Dance up. I believe the Garchomp might just stay in an attack, yep, because my Weavile's at -1, so I wouldn't be able to OHKO him. Iron Head into the Weavile. That shouldn't KO at -1. Nope. As we are going to get a Dragon Dance up, so this is going to be pretty good for me. I do have to get rid of both of these Pokemon though, which kind of stinks, but there are two plays my opponent can make here, and that's depends on the move suggestion. This Arcanine could potentially go for an Extreme Speed, knock out my Weavile, or it could go for a Protect here. I think the safest play here is for me to go for a Ice Punch, weaken that Garchomp for my Gyarados, and I'm just going to go for a neutral Waterfall. Neutral Waterfall will do a lot of damage to this Arcanine. Oh, that's Scarf Garchomp. Okay. So that's good to confirm, as he will knock out the Weavile, but we do have a powerful Waterfall going into the Arcanine. This might be even able to pick up the knockout depending on the investment, as it is going to pick up the knockout. No critical hit needed, as Arcanine will go down, and it would be a 3v3. However, my opponent, I don't know what my opponent will bring out, but I'm going to bring out Torkoal. It does weaken the power of my Waterfall, but I do have Tectonic Rage for a specific reason. Ninetales is probably what I'm expecting to come out. Yep, Ninetales is going to come out. Perfect. And since his Garchomp's locked into Iron Head, I think it's forced to switch out. And with the Sun, my opponent is denied any access of going for anything like a Aurora Veil. Also, the fact that I got rid of Arcanine means my Lilligant can kind of thrive in this matchup. So, Goodra, I guess, could be annoying. If it is Goodra in the back, it might actually get a bit scary. But I'm going to go for the Eruption. And I think it's just a Protect here, because I think Protect is the safest play in case the Ninetales carries a Freeze Dry, which I really want to scout for. Metagross is going to be the sack for my opponent, it looks like. So that's fine by me. We're going to protect Gyarados here and get an Eruption off. Let's see if the Ninetales protects or goes for a Freeze Strike. It just goes straight for the Freeze Strike. That's excellent for me. As we will get this Eruption off, and it will be able to probably bring down the Ninetales to its Sash, I imagine. As well as knock out this Metagross. Yep, Ninetales is going to be brought to its Sash. As well as that Metagross going to be fainted. Goodbye, Metagross. And now it's Garchomp and the Ninetales. The only thing this Ninetales can... this Garchomp can really lock itself into is probably Rock Slide. But if it is Rock Slide, it could flinch me, I guess. But I'm going to go for the Eruption. Pick up a guaranteed knockout on Ninetales if I can. And... Tectonic Rage the Ninetales? Yeah, I like it. I would rather use my Z move, get rid of Ninetales, and Lilligant should be able to win the game. Oh, we're going to see an Outrage, which is interesting. 50% chance to target down your opponent. And it targets down my Gyarados, which is probably what my opponent wanted. But it doesn't pick up the knockout. We are going to get a Tectonic Rage off with this Gyarados. The reason I packed Tectonic Rage on this Gyarados is because I might bring it with a Lilligant Torkoal mode, like I did in this game. And it's able to, at neutral, pick up the knockout on Arcanine, which is a huge threat to my team. As well as Muck, which is also a huge threat to this team. So, Tectonic Rage will pick up the knockout on Ninetales, and since there was no Rock Slide involved, Eruption should just be able to do probably, it's single target now, probably about 50% at least. Yeah, that did 70%. That was just so strong, and that should probably be the game, to be honest, as I can go for a... I guess I could double protect. I mean, I know he's locked into it. Yeah, I'm going to double protect. Why not? I am wasting my Sun turns here, but I could always just switch out Torkoal anyway. I could also get that Confusion chance, which, you know, might help in the end game. I kind of just... Like, if I stall out the Sun turns, Waterfall is just going to be able to knock out the Garchomp anyway. So, let's see. Outrage hits the Torkoal slot. Is he locked in? Yes, he is. I'm actually going to go for my Eruption and a Dragon Dance here. Because if he outrages the Torkoal, then I'll be able to knock him out with the +2 and outspeed him with Gyarados the following turn. If he targets down Gyarados, which he does, Eruption will be able to knock out the Gyarados. So that would be a good game to my opponent, as the Eruption will be able to knock out the Garchomp and secure a victory. So, I'm going to take a nice 1-0 with this team. This is actually the first win I've ever had with this team. So, feeling pretty good, I guess. It only took... I think, this is the third battle or fourth battle I tried with this team. So, yeah, it needs some work. But, you know, it's a pretty fun team. I've never really tried Lilligant Torkoal. I never really liked Sleep Powder accuracy. I never liked Leaf Storm accuracy. Yeah, but I think with Tapu Lele becoming a huge resurgence, I think that Torkoal Lilligant's kind of coming back. We saw in the Gloria Grassroots tournament in Japan, there was actually a lot of Torkoal Lilligant in, I think, top cut of the LCQ they had. And I don't know about the main tournament because I never got to catch the main day tournament because it was the same day as my mid-season showdown. But, you know, I'll probably be looking at those results too. I'm looking to do a lot of stuff. As I said, I'm practicing for this Pokken tournament. You can, for Hitbox Arena. So, hopefully going to be able to do decently well as we find a 1570 rated player from Korea. I also plan to come back with streaming on Sunday when I return from Hitbox Arena. So if you want to join, twitch.tv/JamesBaek1. I will be trying to stream more often now that I have a bit more free time. As well as, there was a few more things that I want to say. Oh yeah, I believe next week I'm going to be trying to aim for double uploads every single day of that week. Because I have been missing out on a lot of uploads and I kind of want to catch up. As well as make up some of the Patreon videos, so I'll definitely be bulk recording in that. We're going to see... Oh, man, it's Rain versus Sun. I don't like this. I don't like this, but no tricking for my opponent's side, so this kind of makes it a bit easier. Kind of like Weavile Gyarados, to be honest. Weavile Gyarados kind of looks pretty solid in the matchup. Yeah, I like Weavile Gyarados. As well as... I also like Tapu Bulu because Tapu Bulu can get Okos on every single thing of my opponent's team. So maybe I'll lead Gyarados Tapu Bulu? Kind of like that actually. Torkoal Lilligant I think in the back. I don't need Weavile. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it could be nice because Feint would break the Sash on the Pelipper. Ooh. Maybe I don't want to bring Gyarados. Okay, I'm gonna go with these four. Okay, so my thought process is Feint right here looks so good in this matchup that I think I can't refuse bringing Feint. And Icy Wind is pretty cool in this matchup as well. So I think I want to go with Feint because if my opponent does lead Pelipper, which I don't think my opponent should lead Pelipper in any situation, but I could always go for a Feint Wood Hammer and try to pick up a knockout on a Pokemon. So I'm going to lead my Weavile Tapu Bulu here, as my opponent is going to lead the Hariyama Tapu Koko. Okay. So Grassy Terrain is going to go up first, so my opponent's going to confirm I'm Scarf, as well as this Electric Surge going to activate next. So we're not in the best position here. I do kind of just want to go for the Fake Out to Hariyama, and I think I want to just go for a Wood Hammer, to be honest. Like, this Tapu Koko is a pretty big threat. I think I want to go for the Wood Hammer into Tapu Koko, as well as a Fake Out into the Hariyama, because I know going for Fake Out to Hariyama is very safe play. It prevents any shenanigans. If Hariyama doesn't go for Fake Out, if it goes for Close Combat to my Weavile, I'm going to be in trouble. While Tapu Koko can pick up a knockout right away on my team. Can go for Dazzling Gleam and get a lot of damage off, but it can't really go for a knockout unless it has Twinkle Tackle, which I think would be able to knock out my Weavile. I am a Assault Vest Weavile, however, I don't know. We'll see. I'm pretty sure this Weavile isn't bulky enough to live the Twinkle Tackle. Okay, no Protects, which is good for me. We are going to get this Fake Out off, as well as a Wood Hammer into the Tapu Koko slot, so this will be able to do a lot of damage. Ooh, that does a lot. Nice. As Volt Switch is actually going to come out, so Volt Switch into the Assault Vest Weavile. That's Choice Specs. Yep, that's Choice Specs. So we get to confirm the item on Tapu Koko. That's great. Let's see what's going to be brought out here. It might be Pelipper, Golduck. I don't see what else he would bring in this matchup, to be honest. It's going to be Pelipper, so I don't mind that. I can pretty much trade a knockout here because I'm going to... But Pelipper should switch out because Pelipper... Okay. I'm thinking Pelipper should switch out because... Alright, Pelipper should switch out because I can double up the Pelipper easily. I think my opponent knows that. So I don't think Pelipper wants to stay in, especially if you lose the Pelipper, you lose the counter to Rain. So I'm going to go for an Ice Punch and a Wood Hammer into the Hariyama. I think it will be able to pick up the knockout at that range. I really don't think Pelipper should stay in. Maybe Protect? Yeah, that's fine. But I should have just went for Feint Wood Hammer, but I thought my opponent might think that I had that option, so... Oh, but wow, that Wood Hammer is putting in so much work. This Ice Punch should KO. I don't think you're Thick Fat. Oh, that did look like Thick Fat. The HP bar was going straight down, but luckily Tapu Bulu plus Weavile coming out strong here in this match. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. I don't think the Tapu Koko is going to be the Snorlax. That's fine. This Snorlax really can't do much to my team. I'm going to go for the Wood Hammer into the Pelipper, as well as an Icy Wind, I think, because Icy Wind will break any potential for... Okay, it will break a Sash on Pelipper if it connects, which is basically what I need, because Wood Hammer should bring Pelipper down to Sash. And also, if Tapu Koko decides to be a sack here, I knock it out with the Wood Hammer anyway. Icy Wind hits the Snorlax, and that should allow my Torkoal to outspeed and get an Eruption off. So that's kind of the game plan I'm going for. Curselax doesn't really hurt me in this situation because Curselax, I think it needs +2. Oh, wow. Okay, Pelipper stays in. That's pretty much the best situation for me. As Pelipper... Ooh, Tapu Bulu surviving. That's quite crucial. Icy Wind will connect, and I think it should be able to knock out this Pelipper. I really think it should. Yes, okay. It knocks out Pelipper. Snorlax is now -1 speed, so that allows my Eruption... my Torkoal to outspeed it. Frustration, gonna go into the Weavile. That will pick up the knockout. But now it's interesting. I think my Torkoal just wins the game here. I think I want to go to Lilligant, though. Do I want to go into Lilligant? I kind of want to go into Torkoal first. I really want Eruptions. I could go for Sleep Powder, though. I think Lilligant's the better option because it is Specs Coco that we confirmed earlier because of the Volt Switch damage. Because I do know my Salt Vest calcs. That's definitely a boosted item from Tapu Koko. So, let's see. I'm going to go for the Wind Hammer, knock out this Tapu Koko because I don't want to risk anything. I will trade my Tapu Bulu easily for that Tapu Koko. And I'll go for the Sleep. Oh, wait. We're in a electric terrain. Shoot. That was a blunder. Well, I don't think it cost me the game, though. I don't think it cost me the game because Snorlax can't do anything. It can't knock out my Lilligant, which is really huge. Even if Frustration gets, or Return, I don't remember what we saw, gets a crit, I don't think it knocks out Lilligant. I think you need a +2. So Wood Hammer does knock out the Tapu Koko. And I do have a decently bulky Lilligant, so I should be able to survive. This is such a stupid Sleep Powder. No. I should have just protected. I think Protect would have been a safe play. But I don't want him to set up. Yeah, just going to go for the Frustration. Shouldn't knock out my Lilligant. That did 110. Ooh. 110. Actually, a crit might have knocked me out. Gonna go into Torkoal, though. Get an Eruption off. Get a Bloom Doom off. And with the sheer power we have, I'm not sure if it will be able to knock out Torkoal. I mean, the Snorlax. Maybe it will. Because don't forget it has the berry to activate. But I think it's the... I think either that, we should be fine. So I'm going to go for my Bloom Doom into the Snorlax. As well as my Eruption. I think Torkoal will outspeed the Snorlax. It should. Most Snorlaxes on teams that don't have Trick Room usually are minimum speed to help deal with Trick Room. And they're usually Curse Locks anyway. So they usually are minimum speed. I don't think there's a reason not to run minimum speed on like a Curse Locks. So we're going to go for the Eruption as well as a Bloom Doom. Should be able to pick up the knockout on Snorlax. I guess a Sleep Powder. Well, it could have choked me the game, I guess, if my opponent crit. But I feel like Torkoal might have just been able to finish off the game anyway with enough Heat Waves. But my opponent, the problem is I could miss Heat Waves. Recycle could have came into play. So best play there was to protect no matter what. But Bloom Doom is going to come out from the Lilligant. I'd say 60%. About 70, okay. It's going to heal with its berry, with its Figgy Berry. Oh, it's actually faster. High horsepower going to go into the Torkoal, but not doing much damage. But this is still going to be an Eruption. It's still going to do a decent amount of damage. Should do probably about 30. Yeah. Terrain's going to disappear from the battlefield. I'm going to go for my Heat Wave as well as a Leaf Storm. Should be able to pick up the knockout, I think, at that range. 40%. I feel like Leaf Storm should be able to pick up the knockout. If I double miss moves, though, I guess now the game's going to be interesting. If I double miss moves, I think I can lose this game. So let's see what's going to happen. I could go for Sleep Powder. I don't really think Sleep Powder is necessary to win the game, though. I just need to hit something. That high horsepower... 77... No, it looks like it's a 2-shot either way. Leaf Storm does connect, though, with the Snorlax. Will it pick up the knockout? It does. Lilligant proving itself worthy, as we are going to take 2 wins. Okay, I don't know why. Every time I use a YouTube team off camera, I stink. But when I play it on the channel, I guess I become decent with it. But, or maybe it's just because I had enough experience from losing a bunch that I'm now understanding the team more. But we are able to win a nice 2 games so far. Let's see if we can make the first episode 3 wins. Of course, we are in a brand new battle spot season if people haven't noticed. So that's the reason why ratings are so low, as well as mine was reset again. So that is the reason why. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I really want to show the Xurkitree, though. The Xurkitree was like the main focus of the team. The main focus of this team was Xurkitree plus Weavile. Those were the main 2 concepts of this team. And I might bring it here. Okay. Or I might just bring Torkoal, Lilligant. Actually, I think I need Gyarados. Do I need Gyarados? I think I do. Okay, I think Torkoal, Lilligant just does so well here that it would be crime not to bring it. I don't think Xurkitree can do well because I know Whimsicott's just going to carry Tailwind and then it's just going to screw me up. So, Torkoal, Lilligant. No, I could just leave Weavile, I guess. Weavile, Gyarados. Yeah, I'll lead Weavile, Gyarados. I think Gyarados is pretty solid in the matchup here. I think I want to go. I guess my. Okay, I think I'm going to avoid bringing Sun Mode, actually. I don't think I need Sun Mode to do extremely well here. Maybe I do. I'm going to go with Tapu Bulu Xurkitree. I really just want to showcase Xurkitree. It might be a bad move, but I really want to showcase Xurkitree here. And I think it has a decent matchup. If I'm able to deny my opponent's Tailwind, and well, I probably can't because I'm leading Weavile plus Gyarados. Gyarados can't pick up a knockout on the thing. On the Whimsicott. And I think you have to lead Whimsicott against my team if you're my opponent. We'll lead Weavile Gyarados here against my opponent. Whimsicott Garchomp. Oh, this is actually a pretty decent situation, actually. Unfortunately, I can't tell what kind of Garchomp it is right off the bat. I can't tell if it's Scarf or not. I definitely can go for a free Fake Out. I get the Intimidate off into the Garchomp, which is pretty good. I don't know if the Garchomp would switch out, but I don't think you would. I'm going to go for the Fake Out into Whimsicott as well as a Dragon Dance here. I really want to start speeding up. This could be pretty difficult, though. I mean, I don't think Garchomp should stay in. I do have the Ice Punch to threaten it, so I don't think staying in is a good play. But he actually just stays in, which is alright. Why does every Garchomp carry Iron Head? That's probably Scarf, actually. We're gonna get the Dragon Dance off. Alright, you have to be Scarf. You have to be Scarf. You know what? I'm retreating into my Xurkitree. I think that man's Scarf. I'm hitting up another Dragon Dance. Because I think Whimsicott's going to Encore me anyway, let's face it. I really think you're going to Encore me anyway. But I can match Tailwind if my opponent goes for it. So I'm going to send out my Xurkitree here. If you aren't Scarf Garchomp, I'm going to flip. You weren't Scarf. I could have Ice Punched. Freest play of my life I could have had. Alright. Whimsicott going to go for Tailwind. That's fine. I don't think this isn't too bad of a situation here. We're not in too bad of a situation to get the Garchomp's minus. Why do you carry Iron? I don't understand an Iron Head though. Over Poison Jab in this format. Iron Head doesn't hit anything other than Rock, and you already have ground type attacks. What, single target Gigalith, I guess, to avoid Wide Guard? I don't understand it much though. I'm gonna go for. Okay, maybe I should scout for a Tectonic Rage. I think that's a smart play. I think Tapu Bulu is the best call. As well as... I kind of want to Dragon Dance again. Because if my opponent has Encore, he's going to Encore me next turn anyway. Since I can't threaten the Whimsicott. And I think I need another boost to knock out Whimsicott with the Z move at least. So I'm going to hard switch in Tapu Bulu. I'm scouting for this Tectonic Rage really hard right now. If my opponent goes for Rock Slide, that's like worst case. If it goes for Earthquake, I don't mind though, because this Earthquake's not going to do much in grassy terrain. But a grass move could be pretty scary. Yeah, we're going to see the Encore. That's completely fine by me. Okay. We do see the Z move. Okay. And it is the Tectonic Rage. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I could have lost my Xurkitree there, because even though it's -1, this is Garchomp for crying out loud. This is a very strong mon. So Tectonic Rage is going to come out and target down my Tapu Bulu, it looks like. And this is -1, so we should take it decently well, especially with Tapu Bulu with massive, massive physical defense. We don't take that as well as I thought, to be honest. But Dragon Dance, we will set up with our Gyarados. That's one turn of Encore. Maybe I should go for 2. Of course, we are healing the Whimsicott, but we should be good. As well as heal our Tapu Bulu. But Whimsicott can't threaten a knockout. I don't feel like it's necessary since I'm already Encored. I'm going to head back into my Xurkitree because I'm expecting Iron Head again. Let's go for one more Dragon Dance. We're playing a bit risky. I'm hoping Grassy Terrain doesn't knock out. Well, doesn't put the Whimsicott back into Sash range. I don't think it does. I think it's barely short. And this way, I could protect Xurkitree next turn, go for Tectonic Rage, try and knock out the Whimsicott. Oh, we're going to see Helping Hand. Oh, this is probably Helping Hand Iron Head then? Yeah, okay. I've never seen a Helping Hand on Whimsicott before. That's actually cool. I didn't know that Whimsicott actually got Helping Hand. Alright. That's actually pretty cool, actually. I think I need to make a note for that. But Dragon Dance, Gyarados, we are at +3, I think. Yeah, Whimsicott doesn't heal to a good point. And even if my opponent wants to go for Earthquake, it's fine because Earthquake's not going to do much. We do have to beat the Garchomp here. I could go for a... I think I want to Hidden Power Ice the Whimsicott. I don't know if Tectonic Rage knocks out the Whimsicott. That's like the one thing. I think it should. It's a Z move. Actually, Garchomp's not much threatening if it can only Earthquake. So I think I should double up the Whimsicott, or I could set up a sub. But if Whimsicott survives, that's not good for me. So, gonna go for the Tectonic Rage into the Whimsicott. Z moves do go bypass through Encore, by the way. We're gonna see Helping Hand again. If it's Earthquake, we're in Grassy Terrain, and you're -1. So, I don't feel like this is the worst case scenario here. Gonna go for Tectonic Rage from the Gyarados. Come on, Gyarados. Pick up the knockout Whimsicott. You're +3 for crying out loud. But you're not adamant. So, that could affect the calc. But the Whimsicott just didn't take the fake out well at all. I'm really hoping for a Tectonic Rage to pick up a really big knockout here, because the game rate of the Whimsicott would be huge. Oh my, jeez. Obliterated. Okay, so Whimsicott goes down. Earthquake should be coming out. Yep. But this is Grassy Terrain, so Xurkitree should be able to take this decently well. I'm 50%? Yes, okay. Just around 50%. We will get a Hidden Power Ice off, and this should be able to knock out Garchomp. It's Hidden Power Ice. We saw it was Z move. Yep, that's a Life Orb, Hidden Power Ice. Gonna be able to pick up the knockout on Garchomp. We will get a Beast boost from that, and that will be the special attack boost, as we will take a bit of Life Orb, but we will heal back with the recovery from Grassy Terrain, and we should see the Tailwind peter out here. Encore does end, and yeah, Tailwind does peter out. So we're in a great scenario here. This is really great of a situation here. We have a Gyarados at +3, +2 if the Arcanine comes in. If Arcanine comes in, I have to get rid of it. Arcanine's such a big threat. Arcanine does come in. And Xurkitree from my opponent's side. Ooh, this could be... Okay, this could be interesting of an endgame, because... this could be pretty interesting of an endgame. Okay. I don't think Xurkitree's too much of a big deal. I do really need to get rid of that Arcanine. If Arcanine protects and Xurkitree goes for an electric type move, I think going for the sub here is the best play. I'm going to go for a Waterfall into the Arcanine and sub with my Xurkitree. Nice. Because if Arcanine protected, I at least got a sub with Xurkitree. That means Arcanine can't KO me with extreme speed. And my Xurkitree should be faster, I think, than my opponent's Xurkitree. No, it's actually not. Thunderbolt into the Gyarados will pick up the knockout, but I can always go for Revenge KO with my Tapu Bulu, as Beast Boost is going to activate from my opponent's Xurkitree, which will be a special attack. It's Life Orb too, actually. I'm actually running a slower variant of Xurkitree under the... I'm actually running a pretty slow variant of Xurkitree here. So, Windhammer should be able to pick up the knockout on my opponent's Xurkitree, to be honest. So, I'll go into Weavile here. I could go for Feint if I really want to predict, but I really don't have to go for a Feint read. I could just go for Fake Out, to be honest. So I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt. Should be stronger than Hidden Power Ice, as well as a Fake Out into the Xurkitree. As Xurkitree is going to protect, that's fine. Grassy Terrain should be wearing off, I think, this turn. Fake Out. T-Bolt, and then Grassy Terrain's over. I think this game's basically over anyway. I don't think the Xurkitree can actually come back. Oh, Grassy Terrain's not over. But that's fine. That means my Xurkitree gets to heal a bit more and survive 2 Life Orb hits now, I think. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, it does disappear. Okay, so that's actually interesting. I didn't know Grassy Terrain heals you before it disappears. I'm going to go for a T-Bolt into my opponent's Xurkitree at +1. Should do a lot of damage, and... I just need damage, but Thunderbolt guarantees the damage anyway. I guess I'll go for Icy Wind, because why not? I could go for more damage, but either way, I think I win the game either way. Icy Wind's going to connect with the Xurkitree, so that means the Xurkitree speed is going to fall, which is really nice. Really nice. As Discharge! Okay, that's like interesting. Luckily, we had that sub up with our Xurkitree, so going to pick up the knockout on Weavile, and I wonder how much this T-Bolt will do. This T-Bolt at +1 with the Life Orb. He also takes Life Orb Recall. Come on, Xurkitree, do something. Oh my lord. Oh, that's a crit. If that was a natural KR, I would have been like, oh man, that's strong. But I think that crit mattered. But we did have Tapu Bulu in the back. We won the game regardless. So good games to my opponents. We actually got 3 wins in today's episode, and that's pretty good after going like 0-3, 0-4 with this team off camera. But I hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode. Glad to be back. Again, a lot of stuff planned. Practicing for Pokken tournament for Hitbox Arena. Going to be trying to do double uploads next week. Streaming is going to be coming back. A lot of stuff planned for the future. I hope you'll stick with me toward that journey. But otherwise, I will see you around in another episode. If you want to check out the team down below. QR code coming soon because I didn't actually upload this team yet. But it'll probably be there sometime soon. And yeah, if you want to check out my other stuff, you can always check out my social medias, as well as the previous episode and the team down below in the basement. Otherwise, I will see you around in another episode.